Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a very simple and affordable back to school makeup look, and I have decided to keep this sort of minimum and easy. You can add more steps if you like, you can subtract anyone, you can basically do what you want. But this is the sort of makeup that I think I will go for if I'm doing my makeup for school. I'm starting off by priming my face using the Nivea Men Moisturising Aftershave Balm. The reason I prime my face is because it helps my foundation, or in this case my concealer, stay on all day without creasing or caking up in dry spots. I'm then taking my L'Oreal True Match Concealer in the shade 1, which is the lightest one, and putting this anywhere where I want coverage, so underneath my eyes, on my nose, on my chin, and I have quite a lot of redness around my cheeks, so I tend to take a little bit of this around my cheeks as well. I then take a beauty sponge, and this one is from Real Techniques, and I just blend that out. I then take my Rimmel Stay Matte pressed powder in the shade Transparent and apply this all over my face, even in those areas where I didn't directly apply the concealer. And the reason for that is that I tend to blend this concealer pretty much everywhere, so that it ends up covering most of my face anyway, but still leaving a very natural finish, so that the powder will basically just keep it matte and avoid any shiny areas. I then take my NYC Colour Wheel Mosaic face powder in the shade Pink Cheek Glow and apply this to my cheeks and blending it sort of out towards the hairline. And if you, like me, end up putting on a bit too much blush, you can always just take your foundation brush, or your foundation sponge in this case, and just blend over to help it blend more seamlessly. And then I take my brow pencil, which is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Blonde, and sort of lightly define my brows. I don't need to fill them in that much because my brows are pretty strong and pretty there to begin with, but I want to define them and make them look a bit more even. And then I take the Body Shop Brow and Lash Gel, which is meant to be clear, but I've used it a while, and quite a lot, as you can see, and I just set my brows with that. For my eyes, I'm going to prime using my Milani Shadow Eyes in Almond Cream and taking that all over the lid and blending. And then I take a Artdeco Mineral Eye Styler, which is a sort of light nude eyeliner, and I put that on my waterline. I'm then going to set all of that with a setting spray, and I use the NYX Do You Finish setting spray and just spritz that everywhere. The reason I do this before I do my mascara is because when I put my mascara on and setting spray afterwards, I tend to blob mascara everywhere. So by doing a setting spray first, you kind of avoid smudging your mascara. For my lashes, I'm using the Covergirl Supersize Mascara, and I'm just going to curl my lashes using my H&M Lash Curlers first. And then for my lips, I'm taking a lip liner, and this one is from Milani. It's their Colour Statement lip liner in the shade Nude. And I'm just applying this to my lips, and then taking my finger and sort of blending in the colour a bit. And you can leave that there, but I'm taking a Isadora Twist Up Matte Lips in the shade Naked, and just applying that on top. And as for your lips, you can basically do whatever you want. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. And have a lovely time at school, everyone.